A lot of the time we focus on this idea of change, and change seems to be the really important thing that we should be embracing. And it seems to make sense. You have somewhere you feel you need to be. You are, in fact, here right now. You want to bridge that gap in between. You haven't bridged it yet, so something has to change. But the problem with that kind of mindset is sometimes leaving us with a feeling of not being enough right now in this moment, that there's somewhere else we're supposed to be and we're not there, so therefore something's missing. And that kind of de-energizes us and demotivates us so that we don't really have the energy to get to where it is we want to be, which is kind of ironic. But on the other hand, if we just get rid of the concept of change, well then we stay there anyway, so it can feel a little bit tricky. What I want to suggest instead of the idea of change, it's not that it's a terrible idea, but just maybe an upgraded notion to the idea of change is the idea of consistency. Consistency is a bit of a different notion because consistency is not so much about saying I have to be spatially in this distant place where I'm not right now. It's more about saying right here, right now, am I living my life in a way that's consistent with my values and how I would rather things are? Consistency makes it more about you rather than about out there, because you can achieve consistency in different ways. If, for example, you're not acting in a way that's consistent with your goals, well, then you can give up on your goals. Consistent, that's fine. Or if you feel the goals are important, and if it's in your very nature to move in that direction, well, great, then you can take action in that direction. But there's no point in torturing yourself in the middle, where you're here, you feel you need to be there, and then you're not doing either. Just give up on the goals if they're not important. Or go ahead and take those actions if they're consistent with your nature and who you are, and if those goals matter. Now, if you're trying to achieve something that matters to you, but you're not capable of achieving it, that's also not fair. A little bit of alignment is needed, sometimes updating the goals so they match who you are as a person. Or sometimes just discovering and exploring a little bit more of your capacities so that you're dusting off those skills and actually using them moving forward. So do test drive that idea of consistency. Rather than beating yourself up too much during the average day, just think a little bit, what is consistent today? How can it all match up? Like the different parts of a vehicle, they do different things, but they're consistent with the overall idea of moving the vehicle forward. And what this can lead to is just gentle refinement of our habits in a day-to-day sense. Not this sense of somewhere we need to be, but more a sense of where we are right now, enjoying it, and gently calibrating, making our approach consistent more and more with each and every passing day. If you find these ideas valuable, do like, subscribe, and share. And what's your experience? You can share it in the comments using hashtag bodymindself on social media, or at jfl.com.